and the Dark. Yeah, South African caster casting the South American qualifiers, both technically being SA, South America, and SA being South Africa, so it's a lot of fun. Those of you guys watching on stream, thanks so much. I do appreciate it, and yeah, like drop me a message or two in stream. I'll respond when I can. Slug being banned out next by Infamous Young, followed up by Troll. Troll being completely broken. Get that entangle off, and leash effect, can't TP out. Also getting permanent stats, you know, back to the old school Slark, if some of you remember that. Extremely powerful hero. 16 Anos decide to ban out the PA, and it's their last ban coming up right now. Change stuff. I think I changed the stream title.
Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Winter Wyvern.
Ban out was the PL. Infamous Young actually nearly brought it back with that PL up against the game versus Playmaker. It was quite close towards the end, but yeah, they decided to take that ban and pick up the Winter Wyvern for themselves. So they have good control, good crowd control coming in from the Winter Wyvern, as well as the Brewmaster, the Tusk being there, being able to split up fights, save people. Infamous Young having that Rubik. We don't know if this is going to be a mid Rubik like we've seen, or if it's going to be a support Rubik. I think we saw them play a support Rubik in the first game, playing the Rubik as well as the Juggernaut combination specifically. So let's see, are they going to do the same? Magnus, of course, being able to empower the Jugger. Jugger might decide to go for one or two items that he can fight a lot earlier with, instead of just going for the Battle Fury. And 16 Animals, they pick up the Arc Warden as well. So picking up that Arc in the as a fourth pick does give some space for Infamous Young to try and counter it, but might just see that Rubik move into a support position. As Arc will, I think in general, just destroy Rubik with the Wraiths, or the Spark Wraiths.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay, let's have a look here. What's the next pick going to be? Either going to pick up another support right now, or going to pick up their mid. Looking at that Dota stats, I mean, they can decide to go for Lone Druid if they want. Try and run the Lone Druid up against really quite a strong mid laner. Dominates quite a bit because you can just start spamming out these Spark Wraiths. But if you pick up the Dragonite, Arc in general can't really kill the DK at like level 5, level 4, level 5 and onwards. Now DK will just be on top of the creeps the whole time, won't be falling back. You'll need to chip him away and then chase him to actually be able to try and get that kill. But then you have a very static laner. And it's going to be the Phoenix. We saw Soneka, I think, play 4 games of Phoenix today. Played it quite well, and I do like this. The problem, though, is you do have the Arc Illusion that will be hitting the egg, the Brewmaster ults that will be hitting the egg. So lots of, how can I say,
Radiant team ban.
lots of heroes that can actually attack the egg. So the Phoenix good position as well. The big problem with that though is the Winter Wyvern. Winter Wyvern can completely disrupt that just by dropping his ult, and then they can just decide to focus on the Phoenix. So I think it will all come down to who gets the jump. If Infamous Young gets a good jump off with the Magnus and the Juggernaut, with the Phoenix egg being dropped, Winter Wyvern will drop her ult, but everyone will have to retreat. Some might actually get stunned by the egg itself. If they don't get a good jump and Winter Wyvern can counter with his ulti and then take down the Phoenix egg, a fight might just turn into a full team wipe for the side of Infamous Young. But Lina is by 16 Anos, was also banned out by playmakers in the the second game that they played against them, and Ursa being taken out by Infamous Young. I mean, Ursa's been nerfed a bit, quite a bit in my opinion. So not quite, I mean, Fury swipes, etc. Yeah, status resistance, yeah, but we'll see. Last pickup here for Infamous. What do they decide to go? Is it going to be Rupert mid, or are they going with a Dragonite? And it is going to be the DK being picked up here. So static lanes for him. Arc, I mean, with a little bit of support, if he harasses out DK early on, might be able to get like an extra level above the DK, and if that does happen, can start bullying him out. Otherwise, I think DK is going to do actually okay.
10 seconds remaining.
16 Anos, who's their carry going to be?
5 seconds remaining.
Are we going to see something static? Gyrocopter coming through, Meepo, Timber, okay. Wait, what? So Timbersaw mid. So they're switching things up. It's going to be, I think, an Arc safe lane, or Arc carry, let me rather put it, with the Timbersaw mid to go up against the DK maybe. We'll see. Let's have a look. Where the different heroes are going to go, I don't know. Drink some water. Damn, I wanted to get coffee between the games, but there wasn't enough time. I was thinking, yeah, sure, I have an hour and a half. Let's go first do some research, see what happened in the previous games. And it's just like, nope. Here you go, game's up. Like, all the players are ready. Where's the caster? On stream, who do you think is going to take it? Is it going to be Infamous Young, or is it going to be 16 Anos? You guys know your scene a lot better, so what do you think? Type in chat, let me know. Let me know who you think is going to win and who you hope is going to win. So we see who the supporters are of the teams, but who everyone also thinks should win. Well, games are start now. Switch to live game. Arc Warden going safe lane out, so they are switching it up a little bit.
Prepare for battle.
With the Tusk as well as the Winter Wyvern going top. Timbersaw going mid to face up versus the Dragonite. I do like that. I do like that. Just ensuring that, I mean, Timbersaw versus Dragonite. Dragonite, you know, heals with the Dragon Blood. Timbersaw heals even more with his reactive armor. I think Timbersaw can put a little bit more pressure on the DK than the Arc Warden can, and they want to make sure the Arc gets everything he can out of lane. Well, okay, fully kitted out Arc. I hear a lot happening right now. It's going to be the first Spark Wraith coming through. There's a Skewer coming up from the Magnus. Does grab the Tusk as well. So Tusk is busy moving in with him. Does have Orb of Venom. Another Spark Wraith was thrown towards the high ground. Now they turn around, going in onto the Rubik. Rubik might actually drop from this. He does get the telekinesis off. Gets a stun onto 2 heroes. And the deny is a very long deny up here for the Magnus. That's Rush. I don't... Yeah. Okay. So it does count as a neutral creep. Normally you'll see people, you'll see that tower. But the thing is, you have to wait roughly around like 20 odd seconds until you can run into the tier 3 tower or a tier 2 tower or a tier 1 tower and die. Otherwise, it's still going to give the kill to the enemy team. So if you could die very quickly to Rush, you'll still be able to come in, and the first blood was actually dropped you on the bottom lane. While I'm busy explaining that, no, tip the caster, why don't you? So first blood going to 16 Anos. I mean, Phoenix going with a Fire Spirit, so picking that up quite early on, trying to slow down the farm here of the Brewmaster. Of course, Brewmaster with his new Cinder Brew is... I mean, there's a lot of heroes that everyone's saying is broken, but that's also one of the abilities that's interesting to say the least. These Spark Wraiths are going to be harassing out this poor little Rubik on the backlines. Will constantly be cast around there to make sure the Rubik can't really do anything. And this is why you run the Timbersaw up versus the Dragon Knight, especially have the sustain to actually deal with this. And Timbersaw sitting on 6 and 3 versus Dragon Knight's 2 and 0. The Timbersaw will already have his level 3 up at the time. Probably like a level 4, level 3 split. Juggernaut is getting completely slowed up. This tag team is temporarily applies a negative debuff aura around you, causing enemies that are attacked under it to take bonus physical damage and reduced movement speed. And that lasts for 5 seconds. Very similar to... Oh, wait, middle lane? No, nothing's happening there. Very similar to the new Lich.
Your grace is noted.
And still level 1 up here for the Phoenix. Level 2 just hit up for the Tusk as well as the Brewmaster. And the Fire Spirit is just trying to slow them down. Will do a bit of burn damage, but not that much. Middle lane, Dragon Knight has hit 3, so does at least have his 2 points in his Dragon Blood. And, it's a big difference from 4 HP 3 armor to 7 HP 6 armor. So he can start mad moding a little bit more up against the Timbersaw. Especially with Timbersaw not really having a lot of mana. But level 4, level 3 split. And... I mean, I don't really see Timber killing the Dragon Knight just yet. Top lane, pulling up the creeps, or pulling down the creeps here. Trying to make sure that they can at least get a little bit of farm, or as much as possible. Winter Wyvern, yeah, just gonna pull the rest of the creeps here towards the top lane. People saying infamous in chat. Let's see, oh, bottom lane, nothing much happening there either. So 1,000 net worth up for the side of 16 Anos. And middle lane starting to balance out a lot more. 19 and 3 versus 18 and 1. At that level 5 with 3 levels up in Dragon Blood, the kill potential on this lane is pretty much non-existent. But there you go. There's that aura being used here by the Tusk. He's only used one of his skill or one of his abilities yet. Keeping the other one in until he hits level 3, then he'll put one in. Always keeping that snowball ready, or his charge ready as well. Come on, guys, I want action. Let's go. That one forward, Duncan Brawler. Oh, it sounds so funny. Level 3 up on the Tusk, so 2 levels up in tag team. Still keeping a level in either snowball or ice shots. And looking at the last hits here, 17-3 up versus the Brewmaster 16-4. So a very even matchup here between the two cores in this lane. Looking at top though, Arc Warden struggling a little bit, 15-3 versus 14-2 up here for the match. So both the side lanes, the two cores doing pretty much even and balancing it out. I actually would have thought that the Arc would have got a bit more. The problem is with the Mag being able to spam out as much as he can, Rubik spamming out as well. Protecting the 5-minute bounties. We're going to see some kind of fight coming in here. There's a Drunken Baller, Brewmaster, there's a Snowball as well. Trapping both of them, won't get slowed. Now they want to turn around. Can they get the kill onto the Phoenix? Phoenix might just die a second time now. And the Tusk does run away. He does have boots up. He gets out scot-free. So that is... And wait. What? Neutral Creep actually got the kill on the Phoenix. So Phoenix did not feed a second time for his team. No idea how that neutral creep. I'm actually going to watch the replay on the stream as soon as that happens, just to see what actually happened here. And Dragonite might be in a bit of trouble himself here. He does have 3 charges up in his Dragon Blood. Does get a stun, forced to use it, but he'll be able to just run himself away from that. Top lane Phoenix did come top, does have his level 3 up. Don't think this will scout it, but the problem is their creep wave's pushing up, so it's not really doing much. Top Shrine was used by the Dragonite just to make sure he doesn't leave the lane for too long. And Phoenix, he does have 2 levels up in his Fire Spirit. Are they going in? Fire Spirit is used there. He is storming in forward. There's a charge in as well by the Magnus. Are they going to turn around? Will they be able to get the kill onto the Arc Warden? The Arc Warden is busy birding. He needs one more hit. No, he salves up. He actually might be able to get out of this. So Magnus did drop. And there's a Spark Wraith. All of a sudden, Arc Warden, he is just... Well, will they actually be able to get the kill on the Arc Warden? One more hit needed. I can't believe it. That's the second salve actually being popped here. Arc Warden lives and survives. Both saying exactly the same thing, living and surviving, but I had to say it twice because how the hell did he actually get out of that one alive? Bottom lane, Juggernaut does spin onto the Tusk. Tusk does have a Snowball, but it's not really going to do anything. There's no creeps to Snowball too. So Infamous finally finding a kill for themselves. And that will 2k up for the side of 16 Anos. And there's the roll in forward, going in onto the poor little Rubik. Rubik might actually, well, he uses his stick charges. And he is going to be okay. There is no skewer up for the Magnus. So Magnus will actually drop from this one. One more hit needed. That is a 1-for-1 trade-off. Are they going to turn around and go on the Rubik? There's another Spark Wraith coming in. Will actually do a lot of damage. He uses his 1 charge again. Or stick charge again. And, oh, look at this. Dropping the ward so that he gets vision. Goes in for the roll and gets the kill. 5-2 in favor of 16 Anos. Oh, let's have a look what's happening mid. Dragonite did pop his ultimate. There's the Snowball coming in. Any TPs coming in here for the side of Infamous. Are they going to actually respond to this or not? There's a TP by the Rubik. It's a bit late though. Can the Dragonite actually survive from this? No, he can't. These support TPs, well, there was no TP up here for the Phoenix. Did run out, or smoke up and run middle.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. But
also no Sunray to just try and give the DK a little bit more HP. Yeah. Guys in chat asking why denied to Rosh at the start of the game. I just typed in there, just explaining it. Yeah, I mean, he was pretty much dead already. Now, they want to go in onto the Beastmaster, onto the Brewmaster. Brewmaster is still alive right now, busy eating himself out. The amount of movement speed that this thing has, I'm sorry, this needs to be nerfed or something. Well, he's being slowed up a little bit. No. Well, yeah. Just comes in and gets zapped up by the Rubik. So needing that kill, I mean, well, there's a tip as well. Side of Infamous struggling a little bit here in the early stages of this game. Top lane, Magnus does have a skewer up. There you go. the skewers up on the trees here just to open up a little bit more space, but getting slowed up yet again. Winter Wyvern just doing so much. Another Spark Wraith hitting him. I mean, the amount of harass coming through here, this is starting to become problematic now, especially with the Arc having 3 levels up in the Wraiths. It's 220 nuke damage every 4 seconds. The spin up here onto... Nah, it's just going to be spin and run. Well, Timbersaw wants to come in. He wants to actually try and get some kind of kill. There's the snowball coming in as well. The Timber Chain is there. Is there going to be any kind of TP? No TP. Hey, y'all, he just knows that that would have just been a complete waste. And another kill up on the poor little Phoenix. He is sitting on 0 and 3 right now. Magnus as well, 0 and 3. Magnus does have a 6 up at least. Phoenix also hit a 6 towards the end of that fight. Literally hit a 6. So you might actually see some kind of engagement or some kind of fight coming in. But Dragon Knight has a DD run, so might just want to put some more pressure on this middle tier 1 tower.
Not on my watch.
And no stun. I mean, stun won't really do anything. Just giving more reactive armor charges up to the Timbersaw. And Timbersaw does have support coming in here with the Tusk. Tusk will hit a 6 now as well, so will he decide to actually get his ulti or not? Double damage during wall. And very soon, that's why Timbersaw is actually being very aggressive here. He does have, oh, I'm missing a kill there on the top lane, where finally they managed to actually get a kill. And Phoenix did not die, and that's a kill onto the Winter Wyvern, so it's not onto the Arc. But it's still fine. Arc does have his 6 up, so it does have a Tempest double up as well, which of course he's using to put some pressure onto the tier 1 tower here. Dragon Knight has to be careful because the Tusk is here. He can't just decide to roll onto the DK, but look at the positioning, just trying to stay on this side. And there's a Timber Chain coming in forward, as well as the Snowball. With the Wyvern is here as well, can try and just do a little bit if they need to, but no, here you go. There's the egg being popped. Do they have enough to actually do anything to this egg? Well, that's exactly what I said. Winter Wyvern will just come in forward, wait for the egg to be popped, and then just cast Winter's Curse. That gave them enough time to try and pop it, but can they turn this around? Nope, they can't.
Dire's top tower is under
That's the problem if you don't actually control up the Winter Wyvern. Whenever you egg, Winter Wyvern will just, well, Winter's Curse your team, and then they'll just focus the egg itself. If they can, try and engage on the Winter Wyvern, force the Winter Wyvern to, you know, back out, kill him first before the egg, or if the egg is in a position where his team, you know, where the egg's behind the team, that's a different story. Three Wraith Band stacks up on the Juggernaut. Will actually allow him to fight a lot earlier because this literally gives 18 extra attack speed for him. So that will help up with the Omni Slash significantly. I mean, look how fast he's hitting at level 10 already. And he doesn't even have his Yasha up yet. Arc Warden. I mean, Jugger is one of those heroes that can sort of deal up with the Arc Warden if the Arc Warden like gets jumped by the Juggernaut and Omni Slashed.
Dire are scanning.
Magnus still quite a ways off his Blink Dagger. Sitting on 2,900 net worth compared to his counterparts in the Brewmaster 5,600, but then again the 2 cores also 4,000 net worth in favor of 16 Anos, but Infamous starting to pressure the tier 1 bottom, tier 1 mid being pressured out in return, but the Timbersaw is not really known for, you know, hitting towers that much. However, top lane, 16, Anos also trying to put pressure on top, and here comes the TP. There is a Brood split if need be, and they did get the bottom tier 1 tower. Let's see, are they actually going to be able to do anything about this? Here comes the rest of 16, Anos trying to go in onto the Dragon Knight. Is Dragon Knight going to be able to do anything? Nope. He will probably just drop from this. The Brood split was actually used. Are we going to see Infamous actually trying to take this tier 2 tower in exchange for the Dragon Knight's life? I mean, it was a solo TPN here. I'm not quite sure about that. And they won't even get the tier 2 tower bottom. well, they are actually TPing in onto the Timber Soul. The RP is used. Can they? Oh, there you go. There's a, well, actually, that was a egg and a ult coming in from the Witch's Curse. There's another skewer in onto the Timber Soul, so we'll finally get him. This time, better positioning. Now they want to turn around onto the Witch Wyvern. The Timber Chain is there from the Rubik. Can they actually get this final kill needed? One more hit, and it is actually going to be there finally. However, the Phoenix does drop. The Walrus Punch was stolen initially by the Rubik. I think that's what managed to get them the first kill. Then he went over to the Timber Chain. But look at the deep wards coming in for the side of 16 Anos. Just
I'll take that.
Completely making sure that they have vision on all of the movement coming in and out of the middle lane.
Middle tower is under attack.
And this will get cut out. Lots of pings coming out as well.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I mean, I was going to say Arc Warden. The problem is, you know, Arc is getting free from, but he's only working towards his Hand of Midas now. Does have a level 1 Necro, or, you know, Necro book up. Sitting 6,300 net worth up in comparison to the Juggernaut, which is actually doing pretty decent for the side of Infamous. 7,300, and Brewmoss also sitting around the 7,400 mark. However, it's a Hand of Midas, so it doesn't contribute that much, except it's giving him pure attack speed. But Blink Dagger will be up here for the Brewmoss as well. And a brand new Dragon form used by the Dragonite. Trying to, nearly getting the deny here up on the Witch Wyvern. There's the shot coming out here. Is there going to be any kind of follow-up or any response up here? The rest of Infamous is actually here. There is an RP as well, but the Blink in for it straight in onto the Magnus. Magnus is going to try and skewer up. Does bring the Brewmaster out. Brewmaster does have his ultimate as well, so not really the fight that Infamous was looking for. Trading the Dragonite yet again in exchange for only a tower. But bottom lane, Juggernaut was trying to get that tier 2 tower. He just blink or spins and TPs out. And can they get any further kills up here? The Phoenix Egg is used. They do not have enough to actually do anything about this. The Arc Warden, it's only an image, an illusion. But Invis Dragonite does scout everything out here. They cannot, though Dragonite might actually drop yet again if he's not careful. Sitting on half HP already, just being targeted, and that's Dragonite's second death in probably like 2 minutes. Well, there's the RP. Straight on to 3 heals. Getting the skewer up as well. There's the Army Slash. Double kill up here for Nada. And now they want to go in for more. Brewmaster's in a lot of trouble. There's a crit up here from the Juggernaut. He does move in forward. There's the Shadow Blade up, or, you know, being used by the Dragonite, and he actually gets out of that one alive. But Brewmaster is in a lot of trouble himself. Does get pulled back by the level 1 shockwave. Level 4 shockwave, sorry. Then lift up on the Brewmaster. Brewmaster trying to go for a split, but it wasn't enough. All of a sudden, this Juggernaut showing up at the right time. The perfect RP coming in from the Magnus, allowing him to get a very good Omni Slash off as well. I mean, this is what you spoke about. Having that Empower up on the Juggernaut will allow for him to actually go into Manta, into a lot of other kind of items. He doesn't have to go for a Battle Fury. And I mean, 75% cleave, base damage increased by 50% as well. All of a sudden, tier 2 tower drops, and Infamous looking in a very good position in regards to their carry. Dragonite just needs to survive a bit longer in the fight.
This is bullshit.
Let's have a look here. This is bullshit. Well, there's lag coming out here from the side of 16 Anos. Let's just quickly go through some of the item progression here while we have a little bit of downtime. I mean, I'm solo casting here, so excuse me if I miss out a lot of the smaller, more technical stuff that happens. I'm trying to cast everything that's going on at once. That's why in general you have an analyst that can, you know, focus on those things while the play-by-play caster just says whatever the hell's going on in the moment. But solo casting is, I'm just trying to make it fun and entertaining, which means I do miss out quite a few things, as well as new things in the patch. For example, me saying in the previous game, oh, why didn't you just deny yourself? Which of course, Bloodstone, it's removed, it changes mana to health, so it gives you a lot more HP.
This is bullshit.
But let's focus on that. 14 charges up here for the Timbersaw. If the side of Infamous Young can actually kill the Timbersaw now a couple of times back to back, Timbersaw is going to be in a very bad position. But if Timbersaw can just get these stacks up to around the 20 mark, it's going to be... I mean, honestly, Juggernaut can still technically deal with him, but the rest of the team can't. So it's going to be very difficult for them to deal with a 20 plus charge Timbersaw this early on in the game. The Arc Warden, building up towards, sitting with 4 Wraith Bands, will have a Maelstrom up. Actually changing, he was queuing up a Hand of Midas, but no, well, he knew that he needed just a little bit more damage, which I actually agree with. He'll have that up pretty soon, especially... Well, he also doesn't have Boots of Travel up just yet. Maybe he needs to finish off his Boots of Travel to try and push out lanes. The problem is without this top tier 2 tower, it's going to be a lot more difficult. However, he can still TP into the shrine and then, you know, move out that way. Brewmaster sitting highest on his team in regards to net worth. But yet again, that is pretty much just because of the Hand of Midas, I think. Let's have a look at the career. Yeah, sitting on 8,000. Oh, no, there you go. Having that Blink Dagger up, Phase Boots, Hand of Midas up. I mean, also stagnating a little bit. I mean, he was ahead of the Juggernaut for quite a while. Anyway, Winter Wyvern, just boots, just support things. Tusk, brown boots, just support.